We got a lot. Well, speaking of Craig Jones, we got a lot of shit to talk about fucking this week. Jesus Christ, has the grappling world been shooken up? Craig Jones Invitational. Craig Jones. We talked about it a little bit last week on the pod, but a couple days, I think it was the day after the pod came out, Craig Jones went on Rogan and he spilled the beans.
He did.
And gave us a lot of info. And then he started releasing the people that were signing up and switching teams from ADCC to CGI. Pretty wild shit.
Some big names, man. We have, I don't know what we talked about. We talked about like the Tackett boys a little bit, right?
I think that's all we knew was them and Fionn.
Fionn, I don't really know her name.
Some guy got upset. He's like, "You're talking about Fionn and you don't even know her name." And then he spelled it wrong. And then some guy goes, "Fionn, huh?"
Yeah. I didn't know who she was, man. I know she's good. I knew her face. Same with me. When people see me, "Hey, you're that guy." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Yeah.
Like, no one knows who I am.
You're the Oast Nation guy.
Yeah, no one knows my name.
Yeah.
Like, who's that guy with one T, right? No one knows. But yeah, I mean, I've heard some things.
Nikki Rod. Well, let's talk about confirmed stuff.
Okay.
Nikki Rod, Nikki Ryan, the Tackett brothers. They just released. We could just go to the CGI page and fucking. Lucas Barbosa, Roberto Jimenez, Mason Fowler, Luke Rockhold. Pretty wild shit so far. I heard that, well, not heard, I actually read it. Bo Nickel was throwing his name in the hat, saying, I think I can make under 80 kilo.
That's going to be a bad day, Bo.
Yeah.
But hey, man, go for that milli. Well, so here, this, I don't know if this will get me in trouble or not, but somebody said something about Buchecha, right? And it was nobody from our team. Somebody said something about Buchecha, and I'm like, what? So, I made some calls, some texts, some DMs, and I got a bunch of like, I haven't heard nothing. Not from me. The people you think I would reach out to find out were like, no. Or like, I haven't heard. People that I think would know were just saying no. But somebody else that would know, and whoever knows me is not who you're thinking, was like, leave me alone.
Oh, really?
You're crazy, Matt. Laughy face. I know what you're trying to do. Like I'm media. Like I'm Adam Schefter or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, he said, maybe, question mark.
Damn.
Maybe, question mark. And then he's like, stop talking to me. And I was like, I'm not saying nothing. And I was like, a no answer is a yes answer. So it's confirmed.
Buchecha, CGI.
If Buchecha puts his name in the hat or he's going to compete in this CGI, that's a wrap.
That's massive. Well, do you think that influences other, maybe the Marigalis to jump ship?
$1 million, bro. You know?
Right.
Like, it's a week later since our last pod. And I was at first being like, it's hard to like.
Oh, you've had a change of heart a little bit about the ADCC thing.
Maybe a little bit, yeah, because I was thinking of it like, make your name, ADCC, that like what that brings to you. But then as I'm thinking, and I've talked to a lot of influencers that are in the same space who aren't as big as some of these athletes, they're saying that they make great money.
Right. There was an interview with Nikki Rod and Nikki Ryan, and Nikki Ryan brought it up, and he goes, I've never won an ADCC, and I make more money off instructionals than more than a few ADCC winners.
The perks of being an American grappler, like America is obsessed with jiu-jitsu right now.
Yeah. And
if you can speak English and you have something to teach, people are going to buy it, especially if you have a platform to sell it.
Right.
So, the ADCC title does help.
Yeah.
But like, it helps like your brand a little bit, but like, I mean, Does it really like?
We don't know what CGI holds for the future as far as legacy is concerned.
That's what I would be worried about. The only thing I'd be worried about is, you know, is this going to be sustainable year to year?
Right. But even if it's a one-off tournament,
And you just get $10,001,
or you win and you're the Millie, you know what I mean? Like that's still like definitely a hook you can hang your hat on. You know what I mean? Like I won the CGI tournament. You know what I mean?
That's definitely a credit. Like, and I think the first year is going to be the easiest year to win it.
Right. Right.
If there's multiple years.
What do you think about the rule set that they're discussing as far as trying to make it more watchable for the casuals? They're trying to take some of the MMA audience. So I don't know if you watched the Craig Jones interview on the Rogan podcast, but it was almost entirely about CGI. Did, yeah. And he's talking about how they're basically going to take the traditional point system of jiu-jitsu, because it's not a sub-only thing, and they're going to somehow convert it to a 10-point must system, so people can understand like, oh, this is a 10-8 round, 10-9 round, that kind of a thing. But then they're also going to, at the end of each round, share the score. Because in a traditional, for the people who aren't competitors, traditional jiu-jitsu tournament, non-sub-only tournament, your score board is up while your match is going, so you can look and see where you're at, see if you're up, see if you're down. So what they're saying is at the end of each round, they're going to display the score, the 10-9, 10-8. So one, the audience will know who won that round in the judge's eyes. Two, the competitors will know. And I guess they're doing rounds in the tournament. So it's not just going to be a one round, your match is over.
Or are they going to reset them from the position they were?
That I don't know.
Because like to me, like I really love all these companies trying to like make jiu-jitsu more palatable for the normal person. Mm-hmm. But don't veer from the people who love it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if the guy's full mount about to finish from the back, the round ends, you're going to give that guy, like, that's a 10-8, right? Back control for the whole time would be a 10-8 because there's no knockout. It's either sub or not. Like, that'd be a 10. I guess that'd be a 10-8, right? If you're dominant, you pass this.
If you're holding back the whole time, kind of a thing, I could see that being a 10-8.
How are you going to judge that first with the 10-point must? Just grappling.
I think they're going to just kind of convert they'll do the traditional scoring, and then they'll convert like the point disparity and turn that into a 10-9, 10-8. So if it's a close, it could be you know what I mean?
He's doing this to go at ADCC.
100%.
Okay. He can say what he wants to say on Rogan. He can do all this stuff, but yeah. So it is what it is. Free country, bro. This is America. Do what you want. You got the money, throw it down.
Well, it's already caused. I mean, he's basically saying, I'm doing this to get the athletes paid, which parallels what PGF is doing. They're trying to get athletes paid, you know. They're doing it in a different route by making it a season and creating a league system, which I think could work, should work, is working. Because now you've got a sustainable income, you know what I mean? Through, you know, especially if you're doing a season that's not all in 1 week, if you're doing week by week by week. So there's that. But also, since the CJI information has come out, ADCC's already raised some of the prizes for, I know the women's event prizes have gone up because they were $5K for the winner. I think they're up to the $10K now. And there was some other price I couldn't remember what it was, but so it's already causing a shift. I think Mo understands that he's going to have to pay more. And I do get Craig Jones's point as well, like moving it from UNLV Arena to T-Mobile. You're going from 11,000 capacity to 17,000. So it's like, it's an increase, but it's not a mass. It's not like 50,000 or something.
But the money for that event is way more that could have went to the fighters.
Right. He was saying that to rent T-Mobile out, it was like $2 to $3 million.
One day we're going to have a podcast there. T-Mobile, right in the middle. We're going to rent it out.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Bunch of fucking jiu-jitsu heads.
Like Andrew Schultz did his comedy at Madison Square Garden. We're going to do a fucking live pod at.
Just us and a bunch of balanced motherfuckers.
Just people just choking each other.
The balanced bitches just fucking. I'm trying to think of a nickname for the guys in the Discord. I can't think of one.
Yeah, guys in the Discord, what are you going to call yourselves?
Yeah, I think that what I like about the rules is I think they should have stayed ADCC rules. If you're really going to do it. That's what these guys have been, the championship have been training for anyways.
Right.
So just keep the same rules. Jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu. People watch ADCC.
I wonder if you'd have to like license the rule set.
What I do like is the pit.
Yes, that's cool.
I do like that because like Craig was saying, it does force guys to go forward. You're not gonna like, because if you go back, you're gonna fall back. You can't like, there's no wall walking. You fall down because it goes up like that. So So you're basically screwing yourself.
And the top of the pit is so wide as well. You're not really gonna have to worry about the out of bounds. You know what I mean? So now the ref can just stay the fuck out of it and just watch. And he's not having to reset guys.
I do like that. I like that a lot. But
and you saw Craig Jones's match in the pit where he fucking
fine,
from the side of the wall. I mean, it does throw some. It's like the cage without the cage bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Imagine like a guy on the ground umbrella running up the wall and fucking backflipping on.
Right.
There's like some stuff that like stuff's gonna happen in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like so, like I'm okay with that. I just feel like you should have kept it more ADCC rules. But we'll air that clip on the Discord, but we're gonna
cut it out of the pod.
We're gonna cut it out of the pod. So if you want to see what I just said, that was pretty bad. The Discord, BJJ Balance, check it out. No, yeah, if you're gonna go for it, go for it.
I was one of the topics I brought up for this specifically, and you're kind of touching on it, but if there were some rules, let's say aside from ADCC rule set, if there were some rules that you wanted added to it or some things about the point structure, how would you watch, you've competed in jiu-jitsu a long time, you've studied jiu-jitsu a long time, you did some MMA stuff, you watch MMA, so you're familiar with fighting, you're familiar with the different jiu-jitsu rule sets. What are some things that you like or that you wish you could see in something like CJI, like a new rule set? Because a lot of the times these tournaments will pop up, or Chael Sonnen Submission Underground. I think he just uses the ADC. Or sorry, I think he uses the Eddie Bravo rules. A lot of tournaments are using the EBI stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even PGF in the overtime they use the EBI.
Yeah. So
I you know what I want to see in jiu-jitsu? Because there's so much like little shit talking happening when you're like head to head and you're talking. Like I want to see mic'd up.
Yeah.
I would love to like not listen to the fighters, and I would love to like listen to some heavy grunting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Some of my favorite things is like when you've got a fighter like Kevin Holland or Nate Diaz that talks a lot of shit during the fight, and they don't play it during the fight, but you'll see clips where they have booms on them, and you can hear the Kevin Holland running his mouth while he's got a guy and fucking.
Even not like what do I love? I love listening to the corners talk between rounds. No, we gotta do this. We're slip to the right. Like I wish like you could pay, like okay, here's UFC, but you can also pay $5 more or whatever for corner feeds.
Right.
So like the corners are mic'd.
Right.
So like I can hear the coaches like pass, rather than hear the guy in the mic say, now what's he trying to do? Make a little inside joke that's not as funny as me because I should be working for you, not them. But like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I want to see. Like I want to hear the coaches.
I get why they don't do that in some sports like football and stuff because it's happening right then and there. But in fighting and in jiu-jitsu matches, your coaches are so the other team can already hear what you're saying. There's no fucking secret there.
No.
Yeah. So
I would love that. I would love to hear like coach corner mic.
Right.
And like if I could just listen to that's what the coolest thing about fighting during the COVID time, the darkness was.
Right. You could hear everything in the
corners. Jab. That was like primal.
Right.
And like that was cool. Like it was almost like.
And the hitting this is obviously UFC, but when you hear them hit
the thud, it's like almost like I don't want to hear like there's a place where you can hear whoever's announcing it. That's fine. But like I would love to like just hear the coaches.
Like how there's a like if there's like an audio feed button where you could kind of choose what you want. I want to listen to the commentary. I don't want to listen to commentary. I just want to listen to the cornering.
They do that with other apps like in baseball and stuff like that. You can listen to like what team's feed.
Well, for a while they did the Snoop cast with fucking Snoop and Faber.
Yeah, I think like a corner feed in jiu-jitsu would be fucking money.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to use that, go for it.
License it from Oast Nation.
Yeah, I just feel like a corner feed would be cool. Even a quarter camera. You know, I always thought the ref camera was cool.
I've never seen that.
Like in MMA, some refs have like a camera on their head, so like this is what they saw when the knockout happened.
Oh no shit.
So I thought that was kind of cool. But like, is there a way you can do that with the fighters? Like have them cameraed so you can like see like them shooting for a double, so you actually see their legs tacking the. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just feel like it'd be cool. I don't know if you could do that, but
I feel like getting in the way.
Other than rules, I mean, I believe what MMA has said in the past. I think MMA has hurt jiu-jitsu because it forces them to stand up and reset.
Right.
I feel like they should not reset. I feel like it should be an infinite round. It's for $1 million.
Right. And that's the thing. Okay, so we'll use last night's UFC fights as an example. So when Kevin Holland has this super deep armbar on this Russian guy, a Polish guy, and he's not giving up. Hypothetically, if the round ended right there, they go back, and then the guy didn't get out of the armbar, and Kevin Holland had it deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if the round theoretically ended right there, and then the next round starts, Kevin Holland doesn't get that armbar back. You mean like that's wild? Like, yeah, you held out, but like, did you deserve to get out of that? You know what I mean? Like,
there's something that I was thinking about this last week, and I kind of want to add it to my classes when I'm teaching. And it's kind of like a tap and release. It's almost like when you're shark tanking somebody and you sub them, but you stay on them. You're not letting them breathe. You sub them again. You sub them again.
So you're not okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I feel like in jiu-jitsu, you tap and then you reset and you start all over again.
Right.
I'm like
it's a new fight.
I'm going to add that. It's like, hey, we're going to not do that this round.
Mm-hmm.
If you tap them, you let it go and you stay right there.
Right.
Because the tap is not so. You want to get your half guard back, you got to get your half guard back. You got to get to it, earn your spot.
Almost like you burn that sub. Like you don't do that sub anymore. If you get head and arm, you burn head and arm that round.
I wouldn't even burn. Go. If you want to go head arm again, go head arm again. Okay. You let it go, but like we're staying high control. We let it go, and then we're back in side control, and you can go for it again. But like you're not gonna like. We're not just gonna stand up and again and like start over. Like I'm still in side control, bro. You want this? You better underhook, get to your elbow,
right?
You know, fight off the whizzer.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
You know what I mean? Like just stay on them, stay on them, stay on them, stay on them, stay on them. That's kind of like I'm gonna try to implement a little bit. I think try to do that this week. Tap and release.
There's times where Matt has tapped me from I don't know what, and he's got heavy pressure on me, and I'm just relieved that he's getting off of me. Whatever class you're doing this at, that's not the class I'm coming to.
Well, like, I don't know. I posted on my thing. I was in a Shark Tank. Well, a guy in our class, Brandon, happy birthday, by the way. He wanted to be Shark Tank for his 40th. And so, like, I went last. And I posted the clip of me just, like, I put, like, a real romance music to it. And just me subbing him a bunch of times. And that's where I got the idea. I'm like, this is how it should be. Like, he should front roll. He should Granby. He should get his guard back. So like anybody who thought like, wow, man, you really murked that guy. I was his last tank. Guys,
yeah.
Okay.
It would be good.
There's nothing to brag about being the last guy in a Shark Tank.
Somebody, I can't remember who we were talking. We interviewed somebody at some point in time. I don't remember if it was during the pod or if it was somebody at PGF, but we interviewed somebody and they mentioned jiu-jitsu being like a thinking man's game. Like whoever can think and react the fastest is usually who wins. So I think what you're talking about would force you to get through the pressure of the thoughts of, God, this sucks. And
yeah, you're not getting saved.
Right.
Like, oh, he's almost got it. I'm almost at it. No, you're not.
Yeah. This sucks. What am I going to do?
There's only one way out.
Right.
You get out or the timer finally goes off for 5 minutes.
Right.
So it's going to make you keep your guard tighter. Like, I can't let him pass.
Right.
And it's going to make you it's going to make more intense rounds. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to add that this week.
Fuck. Well, that'll be an interesting experiment.
We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to add that. Tap and release.